Hi everyone and welcome. My name is Julia and I am the Customer Success Advocate at KISP. Today's webinar is aimed at providing you with insight into the latest technology for the contract furniture industry. You're going to be learning 4 key benefits of a mobile sales platform that will ultimately help you and your team become more successful when closing your next project. Before we get started, let's look at today's webinar agenda. We are going to start by addressing some major barriers when it comes to selling in the industry. After highlighting those concerns, we will jump into answering the question, what exactly is a mobile sales platform? Once we have that foundation, I'll introduce you to the KITS collaborator and we'll focus on the 4 key benefits of a mobile sales platform. Then we will wrap up with some final thoughts and how to get started. Over the years, we have collected firsthand experiences of sales reps in the industry and have found some common barriers when it comes to closing a sale. So these roadblocks include resources, such as pricing information and bulky catalogs. They're not travel friendly. There's also too many back and forth iterations to find the right solution. Clients are unable to visualize solutions presented to them, and also waiting for design resources slows down the sale. Overall, the main problem is that it takes too long to get a quote to a client. So these are some major concerns that I'm sure many of you have experienced with your own clients and your own workflow. Ultimately, these barriers are holding you back from finalizing a sale so you can move on to a new opportunity. And as every salesperson knows, time is money. And there are parts of your workflow that might be draining your time, but this can easily be fixed with the right technology and software. The biggest barrier is your client not being able to visualize furniture in their own space. They are not familiar with the assortment of products available, and they just can't seem to see it. This will lead to your clients feeling unsure in your presentation, and they don't really feel confident enough to buy. So this is where a mobile sales platform comes into play. Now, what exactly is a mobile sales platform? The B2B landscape is becoming increasingly reliant on mobile technology. Dealerships are investing in tablet PC hybrids like the Microsoft Surface because it's critical that sales professionals have all the necessary resources available to close that sale when they're operating either at the customer site or out in the field. So it's only natural that this industry moves towards software to tackle these sales barriers while also being accessible on mobile devices. These sales platforms are specifically designed to improve your sales performance. You're able to access products and support the client engagement process. So for the purpose of today's webinar, we are going to be talking about the KITS collaborator. This will help us demonstrate the key benefits of a mobile sales platform. So the KITS collaborator is a concept and sales accelerator. It truly allows you full collaboration between you and your client to really get down to what they require for the project. This results in a high-quality rendering, allowing the client to visualize the project the way they need to. So one major misconception of a mobile sales platform is that it requires a design background or design experience. This is not true. These sales tools are not design tools. They have been developed for sales professionals who are meeting and working with clients to find the right furniture solution. The main goal of a mobile sales platform is to provide quick visuals to support your presentation, allowing your client to purchase with confidence. Although it is not meant to be a spec tool and it's not really meant to generate an RFP, you can export your projects and use it in your preferred spec tool to finalize the sale. So the first key benefit of a mobile sales platform is product knowledge. Think of it as a digital resource to help you learn about manufacturer products. This is a great resource if you are new to a particular product line, if you're new to a manufacturer, or even if you're new to the industry. You're able to explore products by accessing manufacturer catalogs. You can match model numbers with graphics, you can read marketing information and product dimensions, and you can also apply different fabrics and finishes. This is similar to using a hard copy catalog, but this is giving you a format to find the items you want to use faster, and you can also interact with them. With KITS, you can easily search by catalog, price, type, model number, description, or typical ID. This will provide you with the right information so that when you are in the field, you have that confidence to show these catalogs with your client and discuss various options and answer any questions they might have about the furniture. So I'm going to open up the KITS collaborator to help better demonstrate this key benefit. So here is my catalog subscription screen. This is where I can sync all different manufacturer catalogs and I can subscribe to new manufacturers that have been recently added to the tool. So we currently have over 60 manufacturers that are available for you to access, but there's always new manufacturers coming on board each month. So now that I have managed my catalogs, I'm going to go open a new project and I'm going to add some items to a scene. This is if I'm working with a client, I'm going to find some furniture that fits their needs. So here I can search by a catalog, and I can tap through the catalog to find the right items and narrow down my search. I can search by price. I can change how much the client wants to spend, their minimum and maximum. I can also narrow down if I want to look for only typicals or if I want to find only items. And these are individual furniture pieces. Like I had mentioned before, I can then use the search bar here, and I can search by typical ID or maybe a keyword in the description that I think will help fit my client in what they need. So if we select a catalog that we want to start with, Kits will start to narrow down what items are available in that catalog. Here you'll have a thumbnail preview of all the items that you have access to, so we can scroll up and down and find the right product. Once we narrow down on an item that we want to use in the scene, you can tap here and tap details. And now you can see all the marketing information, product dimensions, and just general more information about that particular item that you can share with your client. Now let's add that item to our scene. And now you can see that you can specify that item by selecting the fabric or finish. You can search by the swatch grade or the swatch color. And you also have access to pricing. And this is really important because you can add upcharging or discounting. And now you have all this great information that you can present in front of your client so that any question that they might have, you have answers to right away. All right, so let's jump into the second key benefit. This is the ability to collaborate with your team members in your dealership. With Kits, you can share projects with other Kits users instantly. Your colleague will receive the layout you created with your specifications, along with any renderings you have generated. You can also collaborate with your in-house design team by exporting a DXF and CIF file to send them directly from your device. Or you can import a DWG and CIF file that has been provided to you, so you can continue modifying the layout in Kits. This reduces the amount of iterations because you've already met with your client and you've narrowed down the right furniture symbols with the correct attributes. So now your design team can work much faster with these assets compared to working with some written notes or maybe rough sketches that you might have provided before. The ability to export a CIF file is also really helpful when you're trying to cut down the wait time that you usually experience with design files. So with Kits, anyone can create a build of materials that is the correct format for your quoting systems. So let me show you how quickly it is to share your project with other Kits users. So here I have a project open in the Kits collaborator. I have all my items specified and ready to go, but now I want to share with another team member or even my design team. So here I'm going to tap on the share icon, and this will open up a menu where you can share your project, or you can export an AutoCAD DXF CIF package. So I'm going to click on Share Project, and here you can add all the email addresses you want to share your project with. You can add a quick comment, and all you have to do is click Share. Also from the same menu, you can export an AutoCAD package, and this includes a DXF and CIF file. So all you have to do is click on this option, and here you would just add the recipient's email address. It'll send both a DXF and CIF file attached with your email to the recipient, and you can add additional comments if you would like, and all you have to do is tap Export. As you can see, with just a couple clicks, you can share your entire project with a team member, or you can export your solution to a designer. So if you need to get this project back to your team at your dealership very quickly, you can do so by sharing. All right, so we've gone through product knowledge, and we've also gone through collaborating with your team. So the third key benefit is the ability to instantly generate quick sheets for estimations. So when you're in a meeting with your client, you want to be able to provide all the necessary information so that you can cut to the sale faster. By utilizing a sales platform, you have that ability to send your client a fully specified quick sheet that includes a rendering, pricing and discounts, options and finishes, any additional notes. It also includes thumbnails of furniture items along with your contact information and a dealership logo. So this demonstrates to your client that you want to make this buying process simple and straightforward for them. No waiting 3 to 5 business days for an estimation or to see what everything will look like in one big picture. You can send everything via email to your client directly from your mobile device. So let's jump back into the Kits collaborator and see how we can generate a quick sheet of a project we've just completed. So again, I'm going to tap on the share icon, and I'm going to create a quick sheet. Here on the left-hand side, you can rename your project. You can add an HD rendering that you've previously generated. You can include pricing, discounts, also notes, and all the item details like options and finishes, thumbnails, and discounting. As I scroll down the quick sheet, you can see that all this information is provided for your client. However, you can also hide this information if you want to protect your bid. So I'm going to turn off item details. And now I have a one-sheet PDF of the total price. Here I can also include discounting or maybe a custom cell line. And now I can print or save this PDF to send to my client. All right, so the fourth and final benefit of a mobile sales platform is the ability to create an unlimited amount of high-quality renderings for all your projects. This is one of the biggest benefits when you really start to think about outsourcing your renderings to a third-party design team or even using your own in-house department. Now, if you think about it, outsourcing your renderings can take roughly 3 days to build and pricing starts around $300 per image. Also, many dealerships don't have an in-house designer because of the overhead cost. There's also the necessary equipment and software needed each year to produce high-quality renderings. Now, don't get me wrong, there are a lot of pros to having your renderings outsourced or created by your design team. It's great for large projects, also last-minute requests with deadlines for quick turnaround, and when you need a high level of realism. But going this route is not feasible for every project, especially small clients. And if changes need to be made, this adds on more wait time before closing the sale. This is why having a mobile sales platform with rendering capabilities is so important. Minimum wait time is around 15 seconds, and you can create renderings of every angle and perspective, showcasing different swatch options, and you can even create line drawings and overhead plans. So let's see what it's like to create some renderings in the Kits Collaborator. We're going to open up a project. We'll tap on HD Render, and here you'll see a couple different options. Depending on how much time you have or if you're in front of your client or at the dealership, you can do a good quality fast rendering, which will be a very quick rendering, but it'll have less shadows and details, or you can do a best quality rendering, which will have more shadows and more reflections and a higher quality, but it might take a little bit longer for your device to render. So we're going to tap on good quality fast, and we're going to let the Kits Collaborator generate a really quick rendering of our project. Now let's tap on best quality slow. And here you can see that the Kits Collaborator is processing this rendering and creating that high level of detail. When your rendering is complete, you can export this and you can copy to your photo library. This will save to a file on your computer, and then you can share that image with your client. To create an overhead plan view in the Kits Collaborator, all you need to do is go into Plan View, set up your scene, set up your perspective, tap HD Render, good quality fast, and now you'll see a plan view of your entire project. All right, so it's time to wrap up this webinar. Let's look at some final thoughts. So with the research we have conducted, the main sales barrier in the industry is that it takes way too long to get a quote to a client, and it's also very difficult for your clients to really see your workplace solutions. So the Kits Collaborator is a mobile sales platform available on iPad and Windows 10 devices. Now remember, it's a sales tool, not a design or specification software. It's very easy to learn, and you don't need a design background to create digital layouts with furniture symbols. It's all about providing your customer with an interactive and engaging experience to help them buy more with confidence. So the 4 key benefits of a mobile sales platform are product knowledge, team collaboration, generating quick sheets, and lastly, creating instant high-quality renderings. So a mobile sales platform is an excellent solution for sales reps that are constantly traveling to client sites and who want to limit unnecessary back and forth iterations so they can move on to a new opportunity. If you're interested in learning more about the capabilities of the Kits Collaborator, you can contact our sales team for a personalized online demo. I'd like to thank you for joining me today, and I hope that this quick webinar has helped you learn more about the technology available to support your success.